Good morning and welcome to the Czech Republic on the first morning here. Now today's run is going to take me from Osvracin to Vilemovice. Now I've probably got the pronunciations completely wrong there, but it's 2 stops in the Czech Republic. So it's not going to be a long trip, maybe 2.5 hours. That's going to allow me a little bit of time for sightseeing, so I'm going to see if I can find something interesting along the way. One thing I do hope to find along the way is oil and chain lube, both of which I'm in need of. Now you'll be aware that when I got to Nuremberg yesterday, the engine was running kind of dry. I gave it a bit of a top up, used maybe half a litre, and again today when I arrived here it was, yesterday it was running a little dry again. So I've still got a little bit left, but so it seems to be using oil. But that said, I mean, a litre of oil between Dover and the Czech Republic, that's possibly par for the course. I'm not that experienced to be able to say. Anyhow, I do need it, so I've got to keep my eyes open. I put a message out yesterday and got some Facebook replies giving me some names of shops in the Czech Republic that are likely to sell the stuff. So fingers crossed. The only other thing I'm looking for, I'm trying to find a tool for the guitar so I can bring the action down a little bit. It seems very high, but anyhow, without further ado, so you'll see the 2 places on the map there. Osvracin, Vilemovice. Probably wrong on both, but there you go. You'll see it on the map. I'll see you later. Well, I'm sure there are motorways in the Czech Republic. There must be 1 or 2 of them. But so far, the sat-nav hasn't put me on a single one, which I'm perfectly happy about. I could drive on roads like this all day. Now, I'd heard lots of stuff about how bad the roads were maybe in Czech Republic and further south. But so far, well, it's been quite the opposite, really. The worst roads I've been on are not remotely dangerous, probably similar to our own country roads back in the UK. And some of the best roads, there's winding roads through the hills that look like racetracks. They're fantastic. So I'm kind of looking forward to finding some more of those ones. This kind of road here that I'm on, a little bit winding, some of them more picturesque, but it's so smooth. Taking a chance with this one a little bit because the sat-nav is telling me just to go straight on here, and I've passed a couple of signs that in the UK they look like no through road. Well, yeah, the sat-nav's letting me down a little bit. This looks like roadworks to me, so I'll have to try and find an alternative route. Well, I did manage to find my way past those roadworks, so I'm quite pleased with myself and give myself a pat on the back for navigating by luck more than anything, I suppose. And I did also find a Czech motorway, as you can see, very much like any other motorway, full of roadworks. Well, good morning. It's Friday. And we're in Vilemovice. I don't know how to pronounce any of these places, but they look damn good, don't they? Well, later on today, probably about lunchtime, should see me crossing into Slovakia. Another place whose name I can't pronounce. I'm not even going to try. But it's a place in Slovakia. I'll tell you the name later on when I actually have it written down on a piece of paper in front of me. So Volkovce, something like that. Anyway. Had a little bit more trouble from traveller this morning. Nothing major. Again, the cutting out at low revs went cold. And again, I had this thing where all the lights went out. That seems to happen in conjunction with the side stand being down and in gear, which of course is not a daily running situation. So I'm not going to be too worried about it at the moment, but I do have to keep an eye on it. We still have an awful lot of miles to go. Well, when I put my address in Slovakia down on the sat-nav, it came back with a warning that there were toll roads. Now, I haven't seen any in the Czech Republic so far. My guess is that's going to be after I cross the border, and I wonder if that's the first place where I'm going to need to get a vignette. We'll see, we'll see. Well, I'm figuring we should be coming across some customs pretty soon, or some border control, or certainly Slovak border, and that might even be it up ahead. Not sure if again we just drive through or whether we stop and have checks done. I checked with some customs guys earlier, and apparently I don't need a vignette to drive or ride here on a motorcycle, but I don't know if I'm required to stop anywhere. I suppose I'll go slowly, and if anyone waves at me. But I'm guessing we're just entering Slovakia. Just wondering now if I just broke any laws. God, I hope not. Isn't it funny how you come so far from home? So much is so different, but there's also so much that's the same. Keep coming across McDonald's there. We just passed an IKEA. A Slovakian hot dog. Not bad. I suppose hot dogs are the same the world over. It's like saying a Slovakian McDonald's. Not a lot of difference really. But met a couple of guys from Poland who were cycling. I think it was dad and his daughter. Cycling, did I say? Who were biking around from here towards Italy. So they got a long old haul ahead of them. Well, just pulling away at that last stop, it looked like the clutch was seriously needing adjusting. Lots of high revs there and not much in the way of bite. So that's a job for this evening. I've only got 20 minutes till I get there, and fingers crossed a little bit of freeway here might cool things down a little bit. But a bit of adjustment needed tonight, I think. Okay, had some missing footage there, had a file corrupted, so I thought I'd just fill you in on what happened at the end of that clip. Did make it to the place I was staying at in Slovakia. Wasn't the greatest stop in the world. Got there and it was a fairly rundown looking motel. Looked pretty closed. Banged on the door, nothing, everything seemed to be locked up. I tried calling the number on the booking.com thing, and somebody answered who didn't speak any English at all. And then I'll call back again, and I managed to get someone with a bit. They said send email, so I sent them an email. Waited a while, just standing around in the car park, and then I tried to call them again and they hung up. I thought this is not looking promising. Eventually someone did appear. Looked like he'd come out of a workshop at the back or something, I don't know, but he sort of showed me to a room, and I think I was the only guest in the hotel. Not overly happy that the bike was left out. I had to fully unload again. I wanted to keep everything in the room, and to be honest, I just wanted to get out of there first thing in the morning. So the next stop on the trip is going to be Hungary, and I've been quite looking forward to that one. So without further ado.